Hello guys, welcome to what I would like to call, the Vikings went into Lambeau Field, a historical place filled with many memories, a lot between the Vikings and the Packers, and this game was pretty memorable, I would have to say. But it ended with a Vikings 31-29 win, where the Vikings have moved on to 4-0. And you know what that means? We are going to give me 1 second. I completely forgot to grab my phone stand. Hey guys, so I don't know why I'm restarting. I should I'll join the videos, trust me, and sorry I will not edit them. So let's just go back to where we were with a little bit of fun. SKOL! 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 Ooh, if that doesn't get you pumping. We're going to be playing a couple of sounds here, so just give me a second.
Judd, get the flag. I got it right here. No, everybody. Oh, yeah. There it is. Unbelievable. Oh, if the flag should ever fly, it's right now. Unbelievable. The Minnesota Vikings. Hello, this is Purple Daily Vikings Entertainment, where we just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die, and where we just want to wave the flag. A lot of...
Okay, what are we going to play next? Oh, I know. Vikings! Alright. And then the final one. I have to do this one. I just have to do it, considering who we were playing against.
Well, I'll tell you a story about some sorry old folks way up Wisconsin way. Yeah, they're all a bunch of boozers, man, they're all a bunch of losers. Yeah, I'm talking about old Green Bay. And I'm telling you, son, there ain't nothing sadder than the boys in the yellow and green. In fact, they're kind of bringing a whole new meaning to being on a special team. Cheddar, Swiss, Colby, Good, and Havarti, and any old cheese they crave. But it's party at the party, and Vince Lombardi's rolling down in his grave. All the cheeseheads yell in the Green Bay hell, drink a piss pen, choking it down. And Big Mike McCarthy is looking kind of barfy because he's choking on a big fourth down. Well, the Minnesota Vikings Rams got the Bears, but Lord, who
How about that
cares?
Smith? This man right here, the best wide receiver in the damn league. Everybody knows the Packers suck. And Thor, take the hammer and chop. You got cheese here. I should go grab cheese, shouldn't I? Well, we'll just pretend. Pretend there's cheese right here. Chop, chop, chop the cheese.
Yes, sir. When the chips were down and the team was a losing, Aaron Rodgers just said relax. Cause when Olivia Munn was a holding his gun, he was the queen of the quarterback.
Honestly, this song is a couple years old, but you know, I still love it.
He lost his beard when Olivia left. Now I think he's dating Clay. Brett Favre was a daddy for a few good years, but he had to run away. And they miss him in Wisconsin, still sucking on a Johnsonville, sucking on him every day. Well, I sure feel sorry for them unlucky fellas meeting women in old Green Bay. Well, they're ugly and quick, and even Michael Vick wouldn't treat them old dogs that way. Well, the Minnesota Vikings, they're known to lose a game or two. Chicago's got the Bears, but Lord, who cares? How the fans are always feeling blue. And the fans of the Lions are always crying, cause the boys are always out of luck. But everybody knows the Packers suck. Everybody knows that the Packers suck. Everybody in the whole damn division knows the Green Bay Packers
Suck. Alright, that's all the sound, guys. So let us do a little bit of a recap. Just a little bit. I know I kind of ran this a little bit long with all those sounds, but you know what? It was fun. So, just trying to pull up the... Oh, wait, no, I want the box score. Okay. So, final score, Vikings 31. I actually predicted the correct score for the Vikings, 31. I had them scoring 31, but I didn't have the Packers scoring 29 points. That was obviously a little bit of an outsider. So let's deal with the first elephant in the room, obviously, okay? They were up 28-7 at the half. Everything was going good. Defense was on clamp down. Offense was looking unstoppable. And then, come out the second half, Packers, you know, our defense is still doing pretty good and stuff like that. But our offense takes their freaking foot off the gas. You know? And that's the problem, is that, see, most people would think a 28-7 lead would be relatively safe, especially with how dominant the Vikings have been playing this season. Obviously not. So, I might have to go a little bit more in depth with this, probably in a different episode. But let's just say this. This game was concerning with how it ended. And, like, there were some times where I was like, KOC, I'm like, okay, I appreciate the play calls. But there was one drive where all he was having to do was having Darnold throw passes where I'm like, run the ball and kill the clock, goddammit. So yeah, that pissed me off a little bit. And then, yeah, I gotta analyze this game a little bit more closely to see, I want to watch the defenses, how Brian Flores called the defense in the second half. Because something, I don't know. It looked like the Packers were getting way too open. But anyway, let's go down to the stats, shall we? So Sam Darnold, 20 for 28, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Quarterback rating of 123.4. But the one thing is that I wish this was recorded was he did fumble the ball. So that should be, a turnover should be a deduction in the quarterback rating. But obviously, great quarterback rating. And then you go rushing yards. I mean, Aaron Jones, he did have 93 rushing yards. He didn't get a touchdown, though, sadly enough. And then the only other two major, Sam Darnold also ran for 15 yards. He actually looked pretty good, too, gained some much-needed first downs. Jordan Addison ran for 7 yards and a touchdown. Jet sweep. I'm so glad he's back. He's added such another dimension to the offense. Then Ty Shannon ran for 5 yards. And then you go to receiving. Jefferson, 85 yards and a touchdown. Man, Jefferson, argue with me all you want. The Vikings have the best wide receiver group in the whole league, including tight ends. You can't... Jefferson, best wide receiver in the league. Jordan Addison could easily be a number 1 wide receiver on any team. Naylor, who probably will be a wide receiver 2 on any team after this year because there will be a team that will want him. Brandon Powell is a wild card, and he's great at it. And then you go look at the tight ends. I mean, T.J. Hockenson is injured, but you're talking T.J. Hockenson easily top 5 tight end in the whole league. Johnny Munt and Josh Oliver have done well enough in his stead. Like, now this is the thing about the NFC North. Everyone has a loaded receiver room. I mean, you go to the Bears, they have Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. But Keenan Allen's old. DJ Moore ain't getting any younger. I mean, Roma Dunze is a rookie. So, but anyway, and then the Detroit Lions have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know, so it's like all the wide receiver rooms in the if I were to rank them for the NFC North, obviously number 1 would be Vikings. I would think 2 would be Bears, 3 would be Lions, and then 4 would be Packers. But still, Packers, I mean, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, I mean, still solid wide receivers, just not wide receiver 1s. Probably a good collective of wide receiver 2s. But yeah, there's that. So yeah, Jefferson, 85 yards to a touchdown. Jordan Addison, 72 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Jones also had 46 yards receiving. I mean, so 46 plus 93. I mean, you're talking 139, almost 140 combined yards. Sad enough he didn't get the touchdown, but did I call that? I called over 120. I said over 100 yards rushing. I mean, he was just short of that. But I did say like over 120 yards combined, which he did easily. I'm a genius. You can't deny it. Jalen Naylor, 31 yards on 1 reception. The other touchdown went to Josh Oliver. That was a heck of a play. Now let's look at the Packers stats. I know Jordan Love, I mean, 32 for 54, 389 yards. Jesus Christ. 4 touchdowns, but also 3 picks. Took a sack. Only 1 sack. I don't understand how we only sacked him once. Come on, Brian Flores. I said we should have easily have sacked him 5 times. 83 rating. And you go to rushing. Only 86 total rushing yards for the Packers. Josh Jacobs leading the way with 51 yards. And then Emmanuel Watson had 27. Then you go receiving. Jaden Reed, 139 yards and a touchdown. Wicks, 78 yards, 2 TDs. Tucker Kraft, 53 yards and a touchdown. And here's another thing. Christian Watson got injured, and it did not look good. So, I guess their new wide receiver 1 would be Jaden Reed, which, I mean, he's a good guy, but I don't think he's maybe a 2A or maybe a 1B, not a 1A. And I mean, Romeo Doubs only had 39 yards total receiving. Would you have Romeo Doubs be your wide receiver 2 and then Wicks be 3? I'm not sure about that. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, solid game for the Vikings, and, you know, it's a win, so I'll be happy about that. You know, I'm just going to go around the league really quick, just a quick recap. Got the 3 o'clock games going on. So, Falcons beat the Saints barely 26-24. I mean, good for them. Bears beat the Rams, god damn it, 24-18. I mean, Rams, you are a freaking bipolar team. Like, I understand you're injury riddled, but how do you go from being the San Francisco 49ers one week to losing to the Bears? Like, what the fuck? Steelers suffered their first loss of the season. They lost to the Colts 27-24. So, right off the bat there, that means that there's only officially 4 undefeated teams left. There's the Chiefs, Bills, Vikings, and Seahawks. And right now, the Chiefs are down 10-0 to the Chargers with 12 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Seahawks play the Detroit Lions tomorrow night, and then the Buffalo Bills play the Baltimore Ravens tonight. All 3 of these teams could lose. The Vikings could be the final undefeated team left. It's a remote possibility, but it is what it is. The Broncos beat the Jets. Oh, if Aaron Rodgers, I still can't wait until next week. Now, part of me wants us to lose next week because I just don't. The thought of 5-0 just makes me so uncomfortable. Reminds me too much of the 2016 season where we started 5-0 and then ended the season 8-8. It just makes me so uncomfortable. But we'll see. Broncos 2-2. Who would have thought? Buccaneers beating up on the Eagles 33-16. I mean, Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold are the two redemption stories of the decade. Both are absolute studs, and I actually just recently, I now have 5 football fantasy teams, and one of the teams, I have Baker Mayfield on multiple of the teams, and then also Sam Darnold, because I feel like those two guys have just rocked out. So yeah. Bengals get their first win of the season, 34-24 over the Panthers. Whoop-de-frickin-do, you beat the Panthers. Congratulations. Then the Texans were able to get a last-second touchdown to beat the Jaguars 24-20. Yeah, I don't know about those Texans. I mean, they're 3-1, but they obviously don't look as good as they did last season. Not saying that's because of C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud still looks like a stud, and they did add a whole bunch of pieces, but it's like, you look at how they won the games. They barely beat the Colts. They obviously today they barely beat the Jaguars. I gotta look at their schedule. Obviously, they got blown out by us, the Vikings. Come on. Maybe if I do this. So technically, I can't remember the other game they played where they. Come on. I wanted to go to Houston's page. Come on. There you go. Oh, they beat the Bears 19-13. Yeah. So, I mean, there's maybe the Texans are going to be kind of like the 2022 Vikings, where they win and they look good, but their margin of victory is so small. I don't know, because right now they are +2, +8, -19. They're 3-1 and they're -15. So yeah. Let me go to the standings really quick. Yeah, so right now, I mean, Buffalo Bills have +64. Vikings are +57 on their point differential, so yeah. So yeah, I mean, sorry that kind of turned into a little bit of a recap, but of the week, not just the Vikings game. But things are looking good for the Vikings. Stay tuned. I will later today record a Twins end of season analysis, because they were eliminated from the playoffs officially last night, and they're playing today. They're playing right now, I think, but like, who gives a fuck? So yeah. And then probably tomorrow night or maybe Tuesday morning, I'll post a NFL post-week 3 reaction. I mean, post-week 4 reaction, and then obviously with my updated power ranking. So yeah, I will see you guys later, and SKOL Vikings.